Here we go. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Okay, that was a nice trade. I had a really, really good trade. It was a 15-minute breaker retest. Let me see. Sound is on, right? Yes. So I want to make sure. Let me. I'll have the. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me just put it here. I'll make sure I'll put it in the Discord. Oh, let me just put it. So there was a beautiful breaker retest on NQ. In the pre-market prep, I called it out at 9:36 already. So I had a little bit of drawdown, but I managed to take the trade up to 305-ish. And then I just got out because I just played to the 1.5 standard deviation. Anyone else manage to take that long? Now this is something that happens a lot. I'm going to take this green box away because it's a little bit distracting to me now. I want to, hold on, I just need to get it smaller. Okay, I want to show you guys something. If you have a very small opening range gap, me only as you took it, yeah, it was a beautiful 15-minute breaker, right? Now, why did I take it? This is a trick. When you have a small opening range gap and price goes fast through it, it's a trap. It's 9 out of 10 times it's a trap. ICT called that out a few times. He said, if it goes through it very fast, everybody thinks short, short, short. No. And especially when you have a structure like this already with a breaker and we already took liquidity here, or we have a structure already. This was a beautiful breaker retest. Now I was a little bit in the red, a little bit because it went a little bit deeper. You can see the wick went all the way in the breaker. I got in somewhere here near that thing, so I was in drawdown, but my stop was here. So it didn't take me out, but the wick went all the way into the breaker. But and then I just took it up to here. I didn't know exactly how high it would go. I had 305-ish here. 305 was my level. So yeah. So that was a beautiful 15-minute breaker retest. Just using the logic of a opening range gap. Now let's see how fast did it go through it. So I just journaled this kind of, you see it went almost in 2 candles and then it hung out here. This is also, this was the settlement price of yesterday. It didn't go below it, the bodies, right? You can see that right over here. So, but yeah, if you're on the lower time frame, you would not have seen it maybe, but on the 15-minute, it was very clear. This was the beautiful. I put it in the Discord as well. So, and you see the wick just did not go all the way through. And it was exactly, so I took it to 2R. Yeah, let me just rephrase. I just thought, okay, you know what? Because this is technically a balance area, right? So I just took it to 2R. We have a little gap here. So let's see. Beautiful trade. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You took it on ES? Hey, Jim, how are you doing? Did you manage to take that long as well? Let me take it off, off, off. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just have to reassess. I'm out of my trade and I just have to reassess. I don't know. It was a beautiful trade already. So I just have to reassess what we're going to do now. I normally don't trade the open, but this was just so clear. So I already... let's have a look at gold quickly. I went over a few scenarios in gold, but not much happening. I'm still waiting for these areas to be filled. So I would love... So as we're in price discovery, what I did, I just want to have a look, like, do we have an overlap if I, use the manipulation moves from specific and different times, if there's overlap. But we're not really moving, but I do think we're going to go one leg higher before we go down. But I like this level, and I like this level here, these two. So I just want to see, but it's not really moving, right? It's very slow. Let me mark the opening range gap. I love opening range gaps. I mean, they're so useful. Little roadmap. Scared because of Trump talk. Oh, don't be scared. I mean, it was already at 8:30, right? Is he still talking, by the way? I don't think, Jim, in all honesty, if you know the levels, it doesn't really matter. If you wait for the manipulation move, oh, I think I remember that you were also a little bit hesitant sometimes in your place, right? You have very short moves. It's like a news driver. So if you are just prepare yourself and okay, what's going to be the manipulation and what's going to be the real move. Then, and I think he already is he still talking, by the way? Does anyone know? I actually didn't even look. Yeah, they're still going up. But I got out of my trade. I just played it up to here because we're at the old. See what's happening here. This is very interesting, guys. You see the 10 o'clock prints exactly at yesterday's 10 o'clock. So I only took it up to here, and I wanted to get out around 305-ish. So I got out at 305. Yeah, I used this wick here. 300. 300 was my exit. So, and you see here, that's so interesting that the 10 o'clock, today's 10 o'clock, is exactly at yesterday's 10 o'clock price. Why would that be, right? So I'm out. So I have to reassess for another trade. I just don't know at the moment. Are we going to go into this N walk or... So again, we are... I love this daily breaker. I love breakers. I love breakers. Breakers and rejection blocks are my favorites, and wicks. It doesn't get more beautiful than, I mean, I just want to show you guys again this this breaker 2R. It's just almost here, and then with this combination of the opening range gap, it was just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So this was all that liquidity that was created in London, remember? That was all the low resistance liquidity that they were creating. It took it out with a manipulation move. That was a little bit tricky though. Okay, I'm gonna put on my NYYC here again. I want all the data. Yeah. Okay. Okay, just watching and waiting now. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Gold still not moving. And these are all levels I went over in a pre-market prep, so I'll get rid of them. No, Fox Surfer. I'm referring to the move. It could be a wick, but it's a little bit hard to read. If you look at this 15-minute, what was the manipulation move, right? It could be, is this a manipulation move, or that was actually the real? It took out this liquidity, but so like I said, I was a little bit in drawdown on this trade because I actually got in. It went up here. Let me see. Let's go a little bit to the lower time frame to see what it did. But for me, it was like the move very fast through an opening range gap tells me that. So it went down, and then I was like, okay, this is the trap. Everybody's going to go short. That's what they want to people to believe. So the manipulation move was actually this move to the downside, but it was literally retesting this breaker. So the manipulation move today was the move through the opening range gap, which was done in 2 candles. But it was literally just the retest of the breaker. But it went all the way literally to the body, and I got in somewhere here. So I had drawdown. I was in drawdown until here. So, but my stop was below the breaker, just below, just one or two ticks below it. So I wasn't stopped out. If I would have been stopped out, for example, sometimes it happens that the wick does go lower and then you get stopped out. It does happen. I would have gotten just back in. I would market order just back in. And then we went back up, right? Because it went up, down, up, and then we went up. But manipulation in this case, it was a wick, yes, but it could also be a normal price run. Like for example, if you have AMD, this is a clear AMD accumulation. So we had accumulation in Asia, partially in London, and the manipulation move, we started in London, and then now we have the distribution. So this is A, M, D. So technically this is a manipulation move, but when the market opens at 9:30, you also want to try to establish. It's the same when we have a news candle, right? There's always one manipulation move, a fake move, and then the real move comes. Now the difficult part was that before we had this manipulation move, we took out the liquidity here. So everybody was thinking short because, oh, it took liquidity from London, and then we had to move through the opening range gap. So everybody was, okay, we've done it. We took out liquidity, we're going down. No, no, no. And Q doesn't fool me anymore. You're not fooling me anymore, NQ. You got my money too many times. But Jim, is Trump still talking? By the way, I have no idea actually. 2 standard deviations. We're at 10. We're printing the new 4-hour candle. Let's have a look, guys. Now, where did the 4-hour candle stop? I love wicks. Let's see. He's done, okay. Okay, the question is, are we going to go into this range here? So obviously I'm not in a trade, so I have to wait. I'm gonna wait now after 10:30. If it's gonna go keep on going up, I'll find a new entry. If it's gonna go down, we'll find an entry too. I heard he'll be interviewed on CNBC tomorrow. Oh really? On fake news? He's gonna be on fake news? Where's my drink? Okay. Okay, let's see. We're gonna reject here. We hit the 0.5 exactly. Gold moving to the downside now. Oh, interesting. I do have an interest in gold around this area here. So gold, this is the opening range gap in gold. Now, is it convincing? I don't know yet. But we have a nice area here. There's a lot of gaps here. Hmm. per hour. Hold on, guys. I need to check something. What's going on? Where's the monkeys? Where's the monkey? It's the monkeys. Regarding the power of three accumulation and distribution within Asia, London, and New York, do you also get it with the one session to some? Yes, 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 yes. Yes, you can have power. You can have. Obviously, the strongest ones are if you see them on the higher time frame, but if you see them on the lower time frame, they could still be applicable. But the higher, the better, right? And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I when I'm not, sometimes I'm off. I think I have distribution, but it's actually still the manipulation. And for example, it isn't if I have one TP, two TP, it doesn't hit my second TP, but that's because then I'm actually confusing the distribution with still the manipulation. That happens sometimes, but then you know you're off very quickly. Okay, let's see. But sometimes it's really hard to see the manipulation, right? But here here you can see it clearly, right? A, M, and then D. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, these monkeys are so naughty. Hmm. 406. Are we gonna go up? Okay, I think we're gonna go. NQ has some. Let's see. We can take. I think I might take another long on NQ. 406. How many points? 406. 60 points. I'm interested in that. 406. Up to here, just below. Yeah, I think I'm getting in on another trade on. And what time is it? 10:24. Might be a little bit too early. I'm not gonna go take it to up to previous. Go here. Stop loss is gonna be just below this level. Oh my God, what did they do? Hey, hey, go. The monkey. No, no monkey. Naughty. You can see the monkey in the on the balcony, right? They're trying to get in. What a day! V-shaped days always surprises me. Um, well, it was this was a breaker that formed, right? Then you have this, and then we had this manipulation move, and then the two are. Um, you know what's so weird? On my funded next, I always get a rejection when I try to get in a NQ trade. I can do M and Q, but not NQ. It's like I'm limited to trade. That's so weird. Why can't I trade NQ? Oh, here we go. Okay, that was a hiccup. Okay, 306. Come on. 406. I mean 404. Come on, baby. Now, monkeys, you're distracting me. You can hear the dogs. They go crazy because of the monkeys. Okay, boom. Come on. I got one. Come on, take me to my level. Take me to my level. There we go. One more push. Come on. It was a nice push. Give us a push. Yeah. Thank you, NQ. I love you. I love NQ. That was an awesome morning. What are you guys doing? It's going berserk, these monkeys. Okay, there we go. Boom. Okay, boom. Beautiful, beautiful. That was a nice one. Money. Yeehaw. Why are you just, that's not enough money. What is that? We need money falling. More money. Anyone took that long as well? Okay. So lately, I'm very careful with like aiming too high because I've been burned a little bit too much. But then again, it's if you use the logic of the wick, you can sort of see that it's going higher, right? Because once it goes over 0.5 and we go over 0.33 and 0.25, it's sort of like, it's not rejecting anymore there. You sort of know it might go for the liquidity now, which is the previous week low, and then we have this one, and then we might go into this area. Hey, we're not done yet. We're just gonna watch. I'm gonna, well, I don't know. Am I gonna trade more? I made money. Am I done? Oh shit! I made too much money today. I've got a consistency rule. Oh, I made 44 bucks too much. Okay. See, I didn't know. That's the problem when you have consistency rules, right? If you play the evals. 44, but I need to get red for 44. And this is the worst part. If you need to go take it back and you want a losing trade, and obviously that never works out, right? But okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, and this can go away. Here we go. Okay, let's see. So where is the this is the large annual. This is a large gap. I'll just put on the one gap. We just need one now. We don't care about the others. We just want this one now. I want to know we're going to go into this one today. Let's see. Hmm. 1.5, 5. The previous day low. Daily open. Okay. What a beautiful day. Um, well, yeah. Hey, wait until I'm back into the bush Fox server. Then I might have you might see a giraffe peeking his head into the kitchen window. Um, does a distribution ever happen on Asia session as liquidity always seems to move very slowly? I tend not to trade Asia, but I do think so. It sometimes happens, yes. But sometimes you have such a large move in Asia, then London just, accumulates, or just we get the second stage of distribution for second stage accumulation in Asia, in London. Sometimes it does happen, yeah. So Andrew, I actually I got out of my trade. So what I did, I took the opening trade at 9:36. I called this one out in the pre-market prep. This breaker, we had this manipulation area in combination with the opening range gap. So I got in, I had a little bit of drawdown, and then I took it up until 305-ish. Then I got out, and I just wanted to reassess a little bit because I didn't know what we were going to do next, if we were going to reject here or going further. So I thought I'm just going to wait a little bit, and I took the second trade around 10:30, just up to here. I'm a little bit traumatized with all those not follow through. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to break it up. And I'm still busy trying to get my funded account up and running, my new one. So we're still trying to. I need to sign documents, get money from my old account to the other one, and we're still negotiating the terms because I'm going to promote them as my broker and also get a good deal on commissions, guys. So for especially non-US citizens, it's a US-based company, so I'm still working on that. So until that time, I'm just have to trade evals and my funded. So, but next week, I think it's going to take a little bit longer than I thought it would. But we're getting there. I think it might be a very good deal, also for you guys. I mean, if you can save commissions, it's always good. I gave strong signal. Oh, you gave the signal. I didn't see it, Andrew. Did I miss it? But yeah, it was a nice day so far. I mean, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful distribution. Beautiful AMD. So Fox server, when you have distribution in Asia, it could happen when, for example, you have we accumulate in a New York PM session, or we manipulate in New York PM session. So it just depends on, especially when we have really harder trading days in New York, then sometimes I do believe when I go back, I'm like, oh my God, the move was in Asia. Sometimes, and especially I think gold has a lot of, I mean, I stopped trading gold because in Asia I sleep. But let's have a look at gold, by the way. See, I'm just not interested in gold at the moment. You see this, this fair value gap, it touches into it, and it does not really have any follow through to the way on the way down. So I'm not touching it right now, but there's so much to do around here. I'm really waiting for gold to give a good trade, but I don't know. It's just not, just not feeling it. Now let's have a look. Anyone still in a long? Anyone still holding a long? From, I guess, London. Nasdaq doing the most. Cakes, Osok. Hello, hello. Yeah, Nasdaq is a good boy today. We love Nasdaq. We love Nasdaq. Yeah. Oh, let me look if we had SMT, by the way. Let me. I need to. Where's my ES? I need one ES. Oh, we had quite some SMT at the bottom. Yes, quite a lot actually. So it was really higher time frame S&T. July. Thank you, Labanco for sure, TV. Welcome to the family. Oh, let me put in the Discord, by the way. I have to do that manually every time. Okay. It changes so much. It changes all the time. Let me do this. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, are we already in the NWOC? Are we already in? No, we're not. Okay. Just wondering, did I miss something? We're getting close. We're getting close. Let's see. Premium YouTube. Hey, hello, hello. Let me get some chips. I'm a little bit hungry. I need some little bit of a snack. Okay. I need to have a red trade because I need to get 44 bucks off my um yeah, I need to go in the red a little bit. Oh, go away. No. Do you see the monkey? Can you guys see him? What he's doing on the balcony? He's like, he's very funny. He's very naughty. I see you, monkey. I know what you're trying to do. It's okay, kitty kitty. He's not coming inside. You're a big boy. Yes, you're going to be a big boy soon. I can see that monkey jumping up and down. Oh no. I need a red trade, but we touched on 2. Okay, now we might reject. No, that didn't do much. I think he wants my chips. Because I'm eating chips now, all the monkeys are coming. You can see them on the balcony, right? On the window. No. I'll show you guys this. So funny. Just be careful here because it's a daily open. Also at the beginning of let me check if we have an opening range gap above as well, which is unfilled. Yeah. Yeah, that was a big one here. This one here, we've got business here, and yeah, see this also on this needs buy side, and also we need buy side here. Okay, beautiful. You're stealing all my pegs. No, hey, you're stealing my pegs. Come. Okay. You're naughty. They literally eat them. There you go. It's back already. No. Oh, okay. Got one. Take my peg. You got one. Oh, give the money to charity. It's not my money, it's an evaluation, so I don't have anything. Just have to make more money on my evaluation. Oh, are you, Vincent, it was a beautiful breaker retest. Did you see it on the 15-minute? It's a beautiful AMD breaker here, breaker retest during the New York Open with the opening range gap. Okay, let's see. We're daily open. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a reaction here. What time is it? 10:52. 10:50 macro. I think the macro is going to be bullish because we went through the 0.5 level already. I think we're going to go into the N walk now until here. 529. 127. 0.5. Wow. Are we going to go all the way to 575? Maybe? Let's see. 575 is the mid. Oh, it's exactly midpoint. Okay, well, interesting. 575 is the midpoint. It's also this level. Okay. Okay, I need a red trade because I need to get 44 bucks off. Am I gonna go? Should go short. Okay. Yeah, so Vincent, I was in the drawdown. It went all the way in the breaker all the way, and so I was in drawdown definitely, but it did not take me out because I got my stop just below the breaker. But it was sort of it got a little bit okay, here we go. Come on. Okay, the body is already in the. I'm trying to get a red trade now. um, but it might be a little bit difficult. Might reject here. This might be it. Yeah. It's 1 0 14 0.4 0.4. It's 11 o'clock already. Mm. Leaving tomorrow and we'll be home to trade Friday in New York with you. Okay, good, nice. Um, are we still macro? 11, 3 past 11. It really doesn't want to move down or up, right? Or it's just sort of like hanging in there. We have a nice gap here on the 1 minute. Let's see on the 3 minute. Ooh. Four, 5, 2. It's just 10 points. It's not much, but you could dig into this here. Mm-hmm. Oh, is that, are you guys are looking at gold on the chart, or is the OBS on Q, right? Yeah. Okay. Price at center of a key area. Yeah. There we go. Come on. I would love it to see go here. 451-ish. I'm trying to get a red trade because I got over my consistency rule. So I'm almost there. I'm in a long, so I need it to go the opposite. It's so hard to trade the opposite, and you always like then you're always in the green. Okay, here we go, almost there. Let me just this way. Now almost there. Here we go. Oh, we got the manipulation. See, beautiful manipulation. Now it might just go back up. That's it. Maybe now it's ready to continue the journey up. Okay. Come on, you want to fill the gap. You want to go into the gap. There you go. So it's going to go. See, that was a beautiful manipulation move. Ah, okay, how are you doing in Q? It's a hard area even to get, it's a hard area to trade. Oh, even to try to get in the red is hard. Okay, here we go. Come on. Okay, there we go. I'm done. Yeah. Okay. No more. Um. Okay, let's have a look at gold quickly. See, gold is not really doing anything, right? It's still a bit hard to trade. Same thing. We went into this fair value gap on the 1 hour. Now let's have a look at the 4 hour. What time is it? 11. So we're not distributing. It's not really. It's not a reversal candle at all. It's very indecisive, right? If you look at it, you would say because we took internal liquidity, or we're going to go for external. But on the other hand, this wick is higher than this wick, so it's not really. So it's not going to be a low resistance liquidity run because you want this one to be lower than this one. So then this is just a wick where we most likely rejected at the 1/3 level. Then we went down again. There we go. So we rejected at the 1/3, and now we're just going back and forth here. I guess we have more wicks on the 1 hour. Yeah, so you see here, when you see this, right? So you see in the 4 hour, we got into this one here, and then on the other 1 hour, we have another large wick. So what does it mean? We most likely are going to do the same in this wick. So we're going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So this is a no touchy zone for me. Unless, well, it is tradable if you calculate this one. It most likely will do the same here. go into a 1/3 level, or at some point it will break one of them, but this is just what it, you know. Where is 0.5? Is here. Well, I think a short will be nice here because it's going to go into this wick, right? But how far? Are we going to go here maybe? Take this liquidity maybe to 0.5? Maybe here. 4836. 48, so 10 points. I don't know. I don't like it too much. But it's just back and forth. So I'm not expecting too much of a run right now. Just being held. What? We don't have any more news today, do we? What's going on? Let me just check. Forex actually. Today it is 21st, right? Nothing. I wonder if it's also the WEF meetings, WEF. That's sort of like holding the price down a bit. Tomorrow, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow we've got 8:30 news again, final GDP, unemployment claims, final GDP price, and also red folder news at 10. So, okay. The little dog is going totally berserk. He gets so hyped up from the monkeys. I think the dog is going to die from stress. Well, so we touched into the NWOG, but we have not. We have to grade this one as well because it's important. Any question, guys? Because I don't think there's much to do anymore. 0.33, 0.25. I wouldn't be surprised if we do go into the gap a little bit later, but it's just accumulating orders right now. We just have to wait maybe for the PM session. Might be some good trades there. I won't be streaming though, but I will be streaming tomorrow morning again in London and obviously somewhere in New York. And I started with my pre-market prep. That's a subscription. Just I used to do it by myself, and I just opened it up for some people were asking about it, and I said, okay, well, I'll open it up, but I prefer that group to be small because it's just like you don't want any distractions. But yeah, so that's it. Any question, guys? Any questions, comments? I also want to spend more time in the Discord as well, posting some charts and things like that. So I'll do, if I see anything, I'll post some things there on NQ or gold. If I see anything, yeah. No questions at all. Oh, Bob. Hey, I didn't see your. Oh, Bob. Sorry, I didn't see your question before. Hope all is well with you today. Question: I have never traded the 1050 macro. Can you explain it? Well, the macro is just a script. It's not only the 1050 macro. It's literally every 50 minutes to the 10 minutes after the hour is a macro. Some are stronger than the others, but the 1050 macro is actually one of the better ones in the AM sessions because normally what you get is a script, and what the script does is price pulls to, because the market does only two things. It grabs liquidity, it seeks liquidity, or it balances out an imbalance. And during the macro, what happens most of the times is that the price runs to one of those levels and take those levels out, or and then it balances out an imbalance. So I try only to, I do position myself outside macro, but I try to position myself in a way that when the macro is coming, so, cause I don't want to be too long in a trade, and if I have a larger move trade as a distribution trader, I try to be max in 2 macros, so that means an hour, right? So, or price also moves at 20 to 40-ish. That's also like an area where I wait for retests or things like that. So during a macro or within that other time-based window, I look for what is price algorithmically doing. Because the algorithm is scripted against time. It can only be scripted against time. Why? Because price can be manipulated and time cannot. So the algo is always scripted against time. It refers back to time cycles because it cannot refer to a specific time to a certain price, because that price might not ever be reached again, right? So and the script just does those certain things or leaves certain algorithmic signatures within a certain time. And especially around those macros, I look at what price is doing, and it gives you a lot of information as well. But the 1050 to 1110, let's see what happened here. Because sometimes a macro doesn't do anything, right? Because sometimes we're in this time distortion, like we are here, for example. So that gives you also a lot of information. So 1050 was here. Now what do we do? We just distorted literally the whole time. So in this case, it didn't do much. But that's okay, because that means we are in accumulation, right? So then you wait for the next macro, because then the next macro might give you a nice move. So it's never it's boring maybe a little bit, but it also gives you a lot of information. Accumulation just means, oh, we just accumulate more orders for the next move up. Now, the question is, what's going to be the manipulation move? Are we going to go into the range and back into here, and then go back up? Now, look at the 4 hour. We have a 4-hour breaker, guys. I just noticed it. That's an important one. We have a daily breaker here, and now we have a 4-hour breaker. Well, we already had it, but I didn't see it before. Let me put it that way. We actually have one lower as well. Breaker. Let me. Four-hour break. Now, technically, this is also a breaker, right? But I like the 3 candle formation a little bit better as a breaker. So we activated the breaker by this candle. Now the 4-hour is not closed yet. So if the body doesn't close above this, it's not activated. But now let's go to the 1 hour. See if we have a 1-hour breaker. Yes, now you can see if you look at the 1 hour, the 1 hour has already closed. So technically we have a 1-hour breaker here, which is exactly the same, right? But mind you, if we go lower, you have to look at this one as well. But I'm just going to mark this one just to make it easy. But it could go lower because of this area. So technically I have to take it to here, but I'm not going to do that. So the 1 hour has been activated. So what you can expect now because we have a breaker activation, the question is, is this hourly candle, because the 4-hour candle is going to go to 2 o'clock, right? But the 1 hour candle, so as the 4-hour candle can go back and forth without expanding until maybe the last hour. So now let's see if this hourly candle is going to retest the breaker, or maybe just consolidates here and maybe make the manipulation move in here and then go up. Or are we done for today and are we not going to enter the N-Walk? Is a possibility as well. Because we did go into, how many standard deviation did we go into? Let me see. We went into 3.5 standard deviation of that manipulation move. That was this move. Now let me calculate it from the 4-hour. It's not clear. Okay, gotcha. Same on the 1 hour. So this is for me the calculation that's valid. So we are now at 3.5. This is 4. 4 is 25,535. Okay, I like that. I like that level 2535. That is also here. I marked some fair value gap, and it's also one of those 1/3 levels here. 537. I like that. Yeah, I wouldn't. I think we might go up into this area at some point. But you want to see a break or retest, right? So you want to see tap. Now, mind you, the area is large. It's a large area, so it's not easy. You need a large stop loss. So try to narrow it down on the lower time frame. Let's see if we can do that. Like on the 15-minute today, wasn't too bad. Let's see on the 15. See, it's harder to see it, right? It's not so clear. Let me go to the 19-minute. I like the it's all the same. You see, it's the same. It's the same. So this is it's a large range though. $10.30. Yeah. So the long will be invalidated for me when we go below this level, but because this is also a wick, you can also sort of like, we got a little imbalance here as well. I don't think price should go lower than this area anyway. But just look at the area for. So this is all a possible area for a retest. So you want the retest. The retest can be outside macro, but preferably you want it to have it inside a macro, but it can be done outside a macro. Yeah. 11:25. I do like it when we consolidate, and then when lunch comes, you can get a nice move within the lunch area in lunchtime. Here we go. See, now because I'm seeing something, I want to see it again. I'm such a nerd. We're below the 0.5 now, so 3.5 to 0.66. Um, 0.414. Yeah, 407.50-ish. Maybe we could go back into 407, 4010-ish, 413. Let's see. Let me see where that is. 410. Where would 410 be? That would be here. That would be maybe in this fair value gap here in this area. Hey Michael, how are you doing? Yeah, because this is the only fair value gap that we have right over here. If I'm 2.5, maybe we go back to 2.5, somewhere in this area. Yeah, I like this area for a retest, and then that also retest that breaker, 4-hour breaker. But it's a large move. I can't narrow it down, so it's a little bit of a tricky trade. But let's see if we can get a 2R out of it, guys. Let's see if we use a 4-hour breaker or a 2R. What a 2R trade would give us. Because the morning session worked out really well. A 2R trade. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you enter. You just take the low and the high, because you just always have the same, and then you just make it 2R. That's a lot. This is a large. It's a large area. Now it's a 4-hour breaker, so it doesn't have to do it in one day, right? Did two bad ES trade was 600 and 400 down to change this 2 plus 100. Okay, well that's good. Well, you're green now, right? You did 2 bet yesterday. It was 600, 400 down on 2 accounts. Changes to plus 117. Well done. It's very if you're able to get back from a red trade, that means that's good. 283, 850. So this might take if this trade works out, then we're gonna blast through the NYYC and then go for this liquidity here. But I wonder. See, we're hovering around the 0.5. But anyway, I think the 4 hour in this time is crucial because imagine we go down on the 4 hours, so not on the one. So the 1 hour has been activated, right, the breaker. But what if the 4 hour is going down? Then it's not a breaker anymore because then it's not activated, right? The breaker is only activated if you have a body closure above it. And it could be the case that the 4 hour is not going to do that. On the 1 hour, maybe yes. But then already, you know, it's not a 4 hour break, but maybe a 1 hour breaker. Then I know it's the same area, it's just the same high. So most likely it will not close below it, but it could happen sometimes. And it's a little bit confusing then, right? Because we get 4 4-hour candles in 1 4 hour. So, and they can give different information. But then you know that the breaker might fill, if that makes sense, right? They might not give you a 2-hour trade and on the 1 hour. So just be aware of that. Yeah. Any question, guys? Any questions? No questions? Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here, guys. Just be aware of that breaker on the 4 hour and the one check for 1 hour as well. I mean, the 1 hour is already activated, but make sure the 4 hour is activated too. On the 1 hour, it looks a little bit weird, by the way. I'm actually looking at the 1 hour. Yeah, this one is still the big one, but let's see if this is a 1 hour. Here's a small one, but it might go all the way through. What was that level that I mentioned? 407.50. Let's see, 407. I wonder if we go lower than 407.50. 407.50. Let's see if it rejects here, because I wonder if it's going to go lower. 1132. New achievement. No. You see how beautifully we retested all those times, open, weekly open, all those wicks. And then we did not move in the 1050 to 1110 macro, and now we started moving in 1120. Gold still ranging, and you see what it's doing, right? I'm just going back and forth in those wicks. Wicks tell so much. I mean, I love the comment when people say bodies tell the story, wicks do the damage, but for me it's like I would be blind if I can't see wicks, and if I have to choose, I would rather have wicks than bodies. Now obviously we need both. I mean, I cannot trade without bodies too. But if you have two wicks and the middle is open, I mean, then we know where the body is, right? Sort of trying to think it that way. Sort of a cheat code, I guess. But I know there was someone he started trading, and he was taught to just take all the wicks off any chart and not look at them because they were not important. I'm like, what? It was really weird to me. But wicks are the manipulation. We need manipulation. Let's leave gold for tomorrow. Yes. I think gold is telling us, leave me alone. Don't even look at me. You're annoying me. Don't even look at me. Don't give me any attention. But I think there's a low resistance liquidity run, but I wouldn't be surprised if it will go back up again, right? And maybe in Asia, maybe it's one of those days again that I don't know. I can't remember how long that. I think it was in December that gold had such a beautiful moves in Asia that would look like, oh my God, look at that. So I don't know. Asia, I'm sleeping, but I wish I didn't need any sleep. I would probably tape read Asia as well. But yeah. Okay, gold. Well, you know, maybe gold is going to do something in the PM session. Let's see if how far we're going to go into the breaker. Let's see if this area is big enough or not, if I need to extend it to the 4-hour breaker. I'm just using this area now on the 1 hour, but it could be that it's not big enough. Just want to see 11:37. I think I need to go to the 4 hour, or use this one here. That's massive. It's too big of an area to trade to use it as a retest and leave your stop there, right? Because it's how many points? Almost 240. It's 200 points. If you would use this from this area, but if you get in the middle, it's still 100 points. That's a lot. I mean, I don't feel comfortable with, I feel comfortable with 40 points max. And it doesn't matter. Every time I come, even though it doesn't matter what kind of trade I put, it doesn't matter if it's mini or micro, or it's my trading style. Every time it comes back, even though if I recalculate, it always comes back to 40 points max. Preferably 30 points max. 40 is really, really, really the max. Okay, let's see if price can get back to the 10 o'clock open price. So that's right over here. Okay, I guess you're not doing the, I'll go back to the 4 hour. I know. You want the big boy. You are. We'll get you sorted. Here we go. Now let's see what the midpoint is right over here. Go back to the 1 hour. Let's see if it respects the midpoint of the breaker. We had a really deep retest of the breaker this morning as well with this breaker retest with this trade. So I might do the same, right? This 15-minute one here. It went all the way into that 15-minute breaker. Right over here. We retested. You can't see it as well here, but I'll show you in the 15. Oh, here we go. This was the breaker I was playing off this area. So this retest, this wick went all the way. Literally just it went into the open price. So I was wondering if it's going to do the same. So the 10 o'clock here. Let's see. You see what's happening here? Look how we opened. We had a wick like this. Then we have a price to the downside. So we have a wick like this. Then we might get the same structure and then a move to the upside. Same thing happening. But mind you, this is a 4-hour chart, right? So let's see. Let's have a look at the 1 hour what it's doing, because the 1 hour might be, yeah, it doesn't look the same. Okay, guys. It doesn't look too interesting for me. I'm just going to watch it with one eye. I need to do some stuff, and I'll watch the market. And if anything is interesting, I'll try to post some stuff in the Discord as well. I want to thank you guys again. I'm happy that the stream is what's that? The stream is not freezing, and that problem is fixed at least. So I'm happy about that. So it makes me a little bit less stressed. So anyway, okay, my beautiful people, I will see you in London or in New York or in the pre-market prep. But for now, I just want to say bye-bye, and I'll see you tomorrow. And you know where to find me. Ciao, ciao. Have a good evening and trade safely.